All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're tackling something that connects all of us, pain and sorrow. It's just a part of the human experience, right? But what if I told you that most of the pain we feel is actually optional? I mean, we've all thought this at some point, haven't we? It sounds so mature, so wise. Just learn to live with it. Grit your teeth and get through it, because suffering is just part of the deal. But what if that's not the whole story? What if there's a completely different way to look at this? And there it is. Whoa, just let that one sink in for a second. The idea that most of our suffering is not just unnecessary, but that we actually create it ourselves. This single idea is the key to everything we're about to explore. So the big question is, how? How on earth are we doing this to ourselves? Well, it all comes down to this one core concept, the unobserved mind. You can think of this as the root of the problem, the source of all that unnecessary pain we just mentioned. So let's break down what that actually is. The key thing to get here is that this isn't some thing in your head. It's a state of being. It's when you're running on autopilot and that constant stream of unconscious thoughts and snap judgments is calling all the shots without you even realizing it. It's this quiet, constant resistance to what's happening right now. And here's the machinery behind it. This is how that self-created pain gets built. It all starts with simply not accepting what is, by unconsciously pushing back against reality. Then your mind slaps a label on everything. This is good, that's bad, which leads to all the negative feelings. This little cycle, well, this is the engine of our suffering. Okay, so we've identified the culprit, the unobserved mind. But that just leads to the next big question, doesn't it? Why? Why does our mind do this? Why does it seem so determined to escape the present moment, as if it's working against us?
And this really is the core question. Seriously, think about it. If the present moment, the now, is literally the only thing that's real, why does our mind spend so much energy trying to run away from it? It sounds kind of crazy, right? But believe it or not, there's a very specific reason for this rebellion.
And here's the answer. Your mind's entire operating system runs on time. It uses the past to build your identity, and it uses the future to find things to hope for or worry about. It needs time to do its job. But the present moment, the now, it's timeless. And to the mind, this timeless state feels like a threat to its very existence, to its control over your life. This is such a great way to think about it. You know, picture an eagle soaring through the sky. It's not stressed about the worm it missed yesterday or worried about finding a branch tomorrow. It's just being an eagle, right now. This shows you just how far we've drifted. We're the only creatures on Earth who have become prisoners of time. So look at this. It really breaks it down perfectly. On one side, you have the world your mind builds, a world of past and future, of resistance and judgment. And where does that lead? To suffering. But then you look at the other side, at the real world. It's just the now, acceptance, being. And that's the path to freedom. So we've diagnosed the problem. The mind is always running away from the now. That means the solution has to be pretty simple, right? We just have to come back. This is where we get into the incredible power of being present, and how this simple act is the way out of all that unnecessary pain. This is it. This is the whole thing, right here. It's so simple we tend to overlook it, but it's the literal truth. The present moment is all you will ever have. Everything else, your past, your future, is just a thought happening in your head now. Your entire life is actually just a string of these now moments. So the mission is to make a fundamental shift in where you live. See, for most of us, our dwelling place is time. We live in our memories and our future plans, and we only pop into the present moment for a quick visit. The goal is to flip that completely. Make the now your home, and you only visit the past and future when it's absolutely practical and necessary. When you think about it this way, it really hits home. Resisting the now is literally fighting life itself. It's like arguing with the rain to stop falling. It's useless. And that word, surrender, it doesn't mean giving up or being passive. It just means you stop the pointless fight. You start working with reality instead of against it. Okay, I get it. This all might sound a little out there, a little philosophical. You might be thinking, this is great, but how do I actually do this in my chaotic, everyday life? Well, that's what we're going to cover right now, the actual practical steps to make this happen. And here it is, the number one objection, the biggest but. Wait a minute, what if my now is just plain awful? What if I'm in pain, or I just lost my job, or I'm just miserable?
You can't just accept that, can you? It is the most important question, and luckily, there's a very clear answer.
And this is the secret right here. You have to learn to separate the situation from your story about the situation. The situation itself, well, it just is. It's neutral. The suffering is the extra layer of pain that your mind adds on top. It's the mental labels screaming, this is terrible, and this shouldn't be happening. That's the part we create.
So, here's the practice, a simple 3-step game plan. First, just observe, watch your mind, see the labels it's creating without getting caught up in them. Step 2, and this one is a total game changer, accept the moment. For just a second, pretend you chose it. This little mental trick short-circuits your inner resistance. And then you move to step 3, act. But now you're coming from a place of clarity. You're working with reality, not fighting a losing battle against it.
And that's really the whole goal here. It's about ending the civil war inside your own head. The moment you stop fighting the now and start treating it like a friend, an ally, you stop fighting life itself. And that's where you find a deep sense of power and peace. It's a simple shift that can, quite literally, change everything. So I'll leave you with this to think about. Pick just one area in your life right now where you feel that resistance, that stress. What would happen if, just for today, you stopped fighting it? If you drop the story about how bad it is and just accept it as it is? What new possibilities might open up if you started working with this moment right now instead of against it?